So I'm fascinated with the amphitheaters. I don't know the exact reason, but they are these worlds of entertainment, and they are like our football stadiums, perhaps. You can make that analogy or comparison, but yeah, it's Gore. How tasting watching violent movies is an example of how we humans consume blood and gore. So that's what I think this is about. But for me, what is interesting is those gladiators, and perhaps it's all because of that movie, those movies, Gladiator, that there is that fascination for this world. I'm not a person generally who likes violence, but I don't know. I like to watch the gladiator movies or imagine what it must have been in those days. So here, I think it must have been magnificent with images of gods and goddesses lining up in those arches and separate entrances for the rich, the elite, the royalty. But even if you are an elite, you cannot choose where you sit. There are designated places for you to sit. Well, and we have to understand that not all elites belong to the royal family. There could have been the client kings of the colonized nations, and they were all segregated. There was a lot of segregation. You just couldn't buy the tickets to wherever you wanted to sit. It was pretty hierarchical from what you get to see there. And well, on the top, the utmost top, the slaves sat or stood, and on this ground, you see, this is the underground, the storage areas, and on top of that, imagine the pit where the gladiators fought. Now, when the gladiators fight, they fight against each other, meaning they're trained to fight, and only those trained persons fight against each other. But it is not the gladiators who fight the wild, exotic animals. They are not trained gladiators. They are a totally different category. What you just saw was the storage areas for animals and slaves. I have no clue how they managed to breathe through it all. So it must have been really dark and low, but look at